Welcome to the podcast, episode number...
Dose, motherfucker.
Dose? I think it's 3. We did the
three.
test one. That's 1, 2 was yours.
All right, then we'll go number 3.
This is going to be episode number 3. And
Let's
we're back
go.
here at the same location that we were at last time. This episode is going to be pretty much an introduction. Like last one was about Christian. This is going to be about myself. And yeah, we're here. And we're ready to go.
Well, before we get this kicked off, I'd like to introduce my main man, Cesar. So this is going to be on his life up to now, up to 2 Guys 1 Cast. So this is my main man, my best friend, my co-owner in our future endeavor called Chichis Calientes.
Hey, coming soon.
The man, the myth, the legend, Cesar, the pussy pleaser.
I appreciate the intro, fam. Yeah, man. Well, yeah, we have that idea about that restaurant, but that will be probably another different episode.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Talk about that later.
Talk about that on the next episode.
Oh, locos be damned.
Hey, it's gonna be 10 times better, quite frankly.
10 times.
But yeah, there's gonna be our setup right now. At the meantime, we actually got better lighting. I don't know if y'all can tell in the video from the first episode to the second to the third. Y'all can let us know how the lighting is. We're trying to be a little bit more professional here, you know what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Enough about that. But yeah, my story of my life. I mean, I'm Cesar. I am 33 years old. I have 3 kids. I've been married for 14 years. Have 2 dogs. And yeah, we met at Olive Garden actually.
Yeah.
About how long ago? Maybe about
It was
2021.
Yeah.
We still work there too
We
at
do.
the moment. So that's where we met, and we've always been cool. We always kick it, all that. And yeah, I actually grew up here and in New York as well. Well, New Jersey.
We're going to be accurate.
For real, be accurate. Everybody says, "Oh, you say New York, but it's actually New Jersey." Well, the city's like 30 minutes away from Jersey.
It's like saying I live in Dallas or Fort Worth or Arlington. It's like, which
right.
one do you live in?
Yeah, exactly. The only thing is a different state. But
Yeah,
I was born in Mexico, in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. I'm fluent in English and Spanish. And yeah, we moved here to New York actually when I was 2 with my dad. And then my mom and dad got divorced when I was about 3 maybe. So they only lived for like a year together. And my mom decided to move over here with her mom that had just moved from Mexico to Fort Worth. And all my uncles lived here and everything. So came down here and grew up in Northside, actually. Went to school in Diamond Hill as well. And then my parents moved to West Fort Worth, which actually that's where I live now as well. And yeah, went to Brewer, graduated from Brewer High School. You know, after I graduated, I moved to Jersey with my dad. He wanted me to go to school up there, but it's a little tough out there, man. It's like dog eat dog over there.
Oh,
bro.
yeah, I
like,
bet.
Everybody just does their own thing. They don't care about anything, bro. Everybody just, I don't know, it's too fast paced for me, which is nice. I mean, you can try that and see how you like it, but I knew eventually once I had a family, I wanted to move back to Texas, which I did. I actually met my wife in Jersey. We worked in the same mall. And yeah, actually, I tell this story all the time, which now everybody's going to know it.
Yeah. Here we go.
So my cousin I used to work at a shoe store. My cousin was a manager, and that was her friend. They used to all go out to eat after work and stuff, go drinking. And I told her, I was like, "Hey, who's your friend?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah, that's La Negra. She's never going to pay attention to you." I'm like, "What?" So I took that shit as a challenge, bro. I was like, what the fuck you talking about?
Challenge accepted, motherfucker.
Challenge accepted. So I remember one night they went out to go eat. They were at Applebee's, and I texted my cousin. I was like, "Oh, where y'all at?" Like, "Oh, we're at Applebee's. Come through," because she told me she was there. I was like, "Bet." And yeah, that's where we met, and yeah, the rest is history. Derek, our oldest, he's just turned 13 back in February. He was born in Jersey, and then 6 months later we moved down here, and then our other 2 were born here. I got a 13-year-old Derek, a 9-year-old Liam, and then our 5-year-old Olivia. And yeah, they're all in school. It was a little tough, bro, because when Liam was born, when my wife was pregnant with Liam, we found out he had Down syndrome. So, it was a little tough.
Yeah.
It was, what I'm saying, like, being young parents, we didn't know what to do. My wife took it really hard, but...
How old were y'all at that time when y'all found out?
Shit, he's 9 now. I was 22.
Damn, that's a lot at 22.
No, I was like 23. If I'm 33 now. No, I was 24, my bad. 24, yeah.
Honestly, having a kid alone at 23 is hard, but having a kid and with Down syndrome like that's a lot on y'all's plate.
Yeah, so it was tough. Our relationship was a little bit rocky at the time, being with like having him and not knowing what the future hold, like having a son like that with special needs. But and then also when he was born, he had a hole in his heart, so he had surgery when he was 6 months old to close that up. That we knew about this when she was still pregnant. They just wanted him to get a little bit older to have surgery, a major surgery like that. So they waited till he was 6 months, and he had surgery. And like I said, that was real tough on our marriage, on our relationship. And we also had Derek at the time. He was 4 years old when he was born. So it was tough for everybody all around, but everything turned out good. He's fine now. He's in school. He's been in school since before pre-K. He loves school. Everybody loves him at school. He's been at the same school ever since. Yeah,
that's good, man.
But yeah, and then we had Olivia, and yeah, that's my family story. My wife, she's a manager at a restaurant right now. She works a lot of hours at the moment. She's trying to go into management and high dining. So that's the reason I have that part-time job now, and that's why I wanted to take this social media thing full-time, so that can be my job. That way I can spend more time with the kids and have my own hours and stuff like that. So
be your own boss.
Yeah, pretty much. Be your own boss and not do whatever I want, because I've been like trying to stay on a schedule, but get shit done. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about last episode, like sometimes I feel like I have a lot of stuff on my plate, and feels like you don't have time to do nothing, but you just got to take time, schedule everything, and everything will get done.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
That's why, like we've even said last episode, that's why me and Cesar work so good together, because we know how to schedule, be disciplined. Like, hey, if we're going to be here this time, we're there. We get everything done.
Everything done. Well, at least try to,
Yeah, I mean, we're getting there. We're getting better every day.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't mind me asking, what shoe store were you working at the time when you met your wife?
It was like a women's shoe store. I actually worked at Olive Garden as well. My aunt, she lives in Jersey. She knew a manager there, so she got me into Olive Garden. And then my cousin asked me if I wanted to go work at a shoe store with her, and it was like women's shoes.
Yeah. So you're doing both jobs at the same time?
Both jobs at the same time. Started there as a salesman, and then I became she promoted me to assistant manager. So she was the manager and I was the assistant manager. So it was long hours for sure, but I was a manager, so I would just watch over everybody, making sure everybody's doing their job. And I used to close a lot or open, so I would open or close pretty much. But yeah, it was a chill vibe in the mall. We go to a food court. I remember those days we used to have like the Chinese teriyaki chicken.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I used to love those shits. I used to eat that shit every day.
Something about the Chinese food in the mall just hits different.
For real.
Yeah. It hits so much harder.
Bro,
me and Caitlin talk about that all the time.
Yeah, even now, like sometimes I tell my wife, I'm like, you want to go get hibachi at the mall, and we go to Parks Mall in Arlington, which is probably like 30 minutes from the crib.
Yeah.
Bro, it's so good.
That's a good food court too. They got a lot of options.
Yeah,
there.
they do. But yeah, that's the shoe store I used to work at. I actually wanted to transfer here because they opened the same shoe store in Mesquite, but it was just a bit of a drive for me when I moved down here.
Drive.
So I was like, nah, I don't want to drive that much. So I just stayed with Olive Garden.
So you started your OG career in Jersey?
Yeah, in Jersey. Yeah,
that's
badass. That was actually my second job. I started working over there at Panera Bread. I hated it because every day you would come in, you would have a different job. So one day you would be like on register, the next day you'll be like cleaning tables, the next day you'll be like just making food. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And then one time the dishwasher, he quit.
Mid-shift?
I don't know about mid-shift. Maybe he quit the night before. So I came in and they're like, oh, you're gonna do dishwasher. I was like, oh, that's cool. The next day I come in, hey, you're gonna be on dishwasher. I'm like, all right, cool. The third day, bro, I had already had Olive Garden. So the third day I came in and I saw I was on dishwasher. I didn't say shit. I just walked out the back. I was like, I'm out of here.
You're like, peace.
I was like, hell, now I'm out of here.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And but yeah, when I moved over there, I sold my truck.
Really?
Because, yeah, I sold my truck because my dad was like, yo, insurance is so high over here. You don't need to drive. I was like, all right, bet.
What truck did you have?
I had a Chevy Silverado 2500, like heavy duty.
Nice,
yeah.
Nice.
My mom bought it from a pastor, and he gave her a good deal. So
it's a nice truck, man.
I drove that for like 2 years. Yeah.
Is gas high in New York?
It is.
Do you even really drive much over there?
I didn't really drive. No, I sold the truck when I was here.
Yeah.
So I sold it right before I left.
Flew over there.
Yeah, to go over there, but that was back then when the gas was like $4 or $5.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was kind of pricey.
That's insane. What year was that? Do you remember?
I believe it was a 99.
Dang.
Silverado.
Nice. What year did you move over to Jersey?
I moved to Jersey in 2009.
09.
Hey,
yo.
Yeah.
Great year, by the way.
Yeah. So, yeah, I sold it. I mean, over there, you don't need a car. Everybody walks everywhere. There's a lot of public transportation, which is cheap. It's like $5 to go to work. I would pay like $5 to go to work, and then either I would get a ride back home, or I would just get a taxi back, which was also $5, or I would just get on the bus. The bus was like $1.
Hey, my dog was taking that Shoelace Express.
Fact.
Veteran at the Shoelace Express.
Yeah, I mean, it's normal for people up there like to not drive. I mean, for example, my dad, they have one car. My stepmom doesn't drive. You know.
Yeah,
so
it's just way of life there.
Yeah, that's the way of life over there. Like I said, insurance is high. When we decided to move down here, we actually bought an SUV to attach a U-Haul to it, so we can move down here.
Yeah.
And I remember that first month of insurance that we got on it, it was like $300, bro.
Damn, son.
I was like,
that's insane.
The damn car was like $1,200. Like,
come
paying
on,
freaking 1/4 of the damn car in insurance. So, but yeah, I mean, I love it here. I told my wife, because it was her first time coming down here once we had Derek, I was like, let's try it. If you don't like it, we can move back. Because she had her twin sister up there still, and her older sister in New York.
Where was Karen born?
Oh, actually, she was born in Colombia. She was born in Cartagena, Colombia.
Hey, yo.
And yeah, she moved to the States when she was 17. Her and her sister, because her dad lived in Jersey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dang, so she lived a good amount of life in Colombia then. Till
yeah.
17? Damn.
Till 17, yeah. Yeah, and they moved down here. They moved to Jersey with their dad when they were 17. I think they finished high school, and then they just got jobs and started working and stuff like that.
Did they, have you been to Colombia?
I haven't. No, I haven't been yet. No, we want to go. We want to go soon. Actually, my wife is going in a couple weeks to go see her mom. So yeah, she hasn't been that great lately. So I was like, just go and just take some time and go.
That's good.
She's been really busy with her job, but I was like, just tell them in advance and tell me you need a week off and go over there. So I'll lay low. I'll stay with the kids. I requested off, so I do a lot of stuff with them. I take them out. We go to the movies. We go to the water. We have season tickets to the water park. So that weekend that she's gone, that's the first weekend that they open. So I think we're gonna go to the water park.
It already feels perfect water park weather right now.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's hot.
When I was loading up everything, I was like, man, I'm sweating my ass off already, bro.
For real. It's hot out here.
Right? I mean, we're in Texas, so you already know it's going to be freaking like Satan's ball sack in about 2 seconds.
For real. Yeah, that's the thing over there in Jersey. Is like, it's cold. I'd rather be cold, hot than cold, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I hate the cold.
I'm the opposite. I love the cold.
The thing is that when it's hot over here, you can go outside, you can go to the pool and cool off, like AC. In Jersey, bro, if it's cold and it's snowing real hard, like everything is shut down.
Yeah, but you're in that cold weather up there is different than cold weather up here, so you've experienced
definitely.
Different degree than we're used to down here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I tell everybody, I was like, if you want to go to New York, I would recommend you go in Christmas time.
Yeah,
because it doesn't really get like really, really, really cold and all those storms till like January, February, that year out of the month. But if you ever want to go to New York, go in December. It's really nice. The Christmas and all that. It's like It's like real life, like Home Alone type shit.
Hey, yo. That sounds fun, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
I haven't been to New York yet. I'd love to go. I've always wanted to. I've always had a fascination with New York. My dad lived in New York for a while, so my parents have told me how badass it is. So,
bro, maybe one time we'll go over there, bro. I have my sister-in-law lives in Long Island, which is about 45 minutes from the city, but
yeah, maybe we can do a 2 Guys 1 Cast from New York, baby,
live from the
fucking
Empire State Building. Yeah, that'll be dope.
We can bring Beetle Rigatoni with us.
Beetle Rigatoni.
Don't change that R to an N, you'll get canceled. Y'all have never been to Columbia, or you've never been to Columbia.
Yeah, I haven't been to Columbia yet. We want to go soon. The only thing is that, like, dude, freaking flights are expensive.
Oh, I bet. Like, is it expensive there in Columbia?
It's not expensive there. And then, for example, like if we go, her older sister, she's an attorney, and she does like, she turns old apartments and office buildings into Airbnbs.
Oh, damn. So she's probably making good money then.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's probably just steady income for her, and I guess she like hires a lot of people that her family that live over there, so she helps them out in that way as well. So I know if we go, or when we go, we won't have to worry about like paying to stay somewhere. We can just stay in one of her apartments.
That's cool. So not worrying about hotels or nothing, Airbnb or set.
Yeah, and her apartments are usually like in the city, so all the party life is down there. And yeah, you want to go for sure. Like I said, we're just trying to save up that money and go. We just recently got the kids' passport, so we're still waiting for those, and then we'll be set.
Oh, that'll be sick. They'll love that, man.
Yes, sir.
That's super cool. You went to high school at Brewer, right?
Yeah.
Is Brewer as wild as people say it is?
Nah, it's not that wild, honestly. I mean, when I went, it wasn't that wild. I mean, I came from like a school that was nothing but like Hispanics to over here where it's, it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You got white, Hispanic, black, so Asians. So
the
whole mix of everything. My best friend in high school, he was from Pakistan, so he was Muslim, and that's
super cool.
Yeah, so it wasn't that crazy. I mean, yeah, we had parties and stuff like that, and we used to go out drinking and do all kinds of bad stuff. But when I was 16, I actually got a job at IHOP, so I was working overnights. I was working the evenings during the week, and then I would work Friday night and Sunday and Saturday night. And I would go in at 10 and get out at 6. So
damn, grinding, man.
Yeah.
School and then work.
I had to like leave parties early to go to work. So, which was a good thing, I guess you can say, because instead of being, doing drugs and
being a hood rat,
I was making money. So
it seems like you've always had that work ethic, though. It seems like you kind of had no choice.
Yeah, I've always had. I mean, I've always wanted to do my own thing, to have my own money. I mean, I've always worked at restaurants, and I used to work at another bar that used to sell like, they used to be big on like margaritas, so I would work there. It was called Baja Grill in Watauga and Keller in Norristown Hills.
You've told me about those stories.
And I used to bartend there, bro. I used to make shitload of money there. It was nice. Like, I would make probably like $1,500 to $2,000 a week, which was super nice. But I got tired of the drive. Everybody that worked there had DUIs because they would let you drink on the job, And like at first it was fun, like, oh yeah, I can drink, who cares? And then after a while, it was like, bro, I don't want to get a fucking DUI. Like I drove from West Fort Worth all the way up to Keller area, and that's like with traffic and all that, it was tough. So I just didn't want to get in trouble and stuff like that. So I ended up leaving that job, and then when COVID happened, we got laid off. And bro, when COVID happened, I would always see like people trying to get stuff and they couldn't get it, and that's when it like made me think like I can get all this stuff and resell it. Yeah. So I started selling like pools. I started selling anything that people were trying to buy, like masks. I was selling freaking what's that shit called, like emergency, because everybody said that they needed it when they had COVID and all that. So I was reselling that, and I've always been like a hustler, pretty much, you can say. I didn't want to do shit illegally, like sell drugs and shit like that.
Yeah.
I wanted to do stuff where
you've hustled. Legal. You've been hustled, but you're not doing it. You're doing it in a legal way.
Right, exactly. Because I got a family. I don't want to go to jail and shit like that.
And just dealing with that kind of clientele is just not the best.
Right, exactly. And
especially with having a family.
For real. And I've always liked shoes also. So my little brother will always be like, hey, just start a Instagram. And I think it was in 2000 that I started that Instagram, or 2021.
21
the limited supply. Yeah. And it got pretty big. I think it has like 2,700 followers on Instagram, and I had a website and all that stuff. But that was back then when everybody was trying to buy shoes, and I was reselling them and all that shit. But
well, I helped you a couple times with going to drops and then ordering stuff, like ordering dunks on Nike and everything.
Yeah, he's helped me. He knows how to do it too. Like I always trying to get my friends to do it as well. Like, for example, when I was selling freaking pools, like I would go out in the morning at 5 in the morning and go to Academy, Walmart, to all the stores, and I would just buy as many pools as I could, because I was reselling them for at least double. So I was buying them for $300. I was selling it for $600. Like sometimes even before I would get back home, type shit.
That's insane. So you're getting good turnover like that
ASAP.
Just in the day.
Yeah, and then
before you even got home.
For real, my neighbor at the time, he had a big diesel truck and a big trailer. So in the morning, I would be like, hey, because he would tell me, if you ever need my truck for anything, just let me know, because he used to do yards after work, and he used to not use it. So I would ask him for the truck in the morning, and I would just fill up his tank every time. Like,
damn.
I would take the truck, go drive, whatever, fill it up. So every day he would have a full tank of diesel, because I was making shit. I was making a lot of money. I think in the week I was making like $K.
Damn,
cash.
Dude. That's worth it, bro.
I did that for like 2 months. And I even got my friends in it too, Milton and my buddy Andrew. His buddy Andrew as well. He's my friend too. And they made a shitload of money too.
Also helps doing like installing pools when you have help than versus just having
we installed a handful of pools, but it's just tough because we're not professional and stuff.
Yeah,
so like
that's a lot of just physical labor too on top of it.
It's a lot of insurance and all that, and we didn't have all that. We just did it just to do it. But yeah, I've always been a hustler. Like I said, I've always wanted to be my own boss. Just sometimes it's that first step is a little bit hard, because you don't know. It's like uncertainty. You don't know if it's gonna work out or not.
Especially since you're married and you have 3 kids. It's not like you're single where it's like you can take those leap of faith and not have to really. Yeah. Like if you fuck up or you fall, you're okay. It's just you. You're not other people you have to depend or other people that are dependent on you.
Exactly, and that's one of the reasons that I'm scared, like to just get up and do it. But hopefully soon. Like I said, I want to do other shit too. But I want to do stuff the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't blame you, bro.
Yeah, we did post a few questions on the pod Instagram. I don't know if you want to read them.
Pull them up. I got them already here.
All right, bro.
Pull them up. So we'll do question number 1 is from Andres. How do I say the last name real quick?
Andres Rueda. That's homie's twin brother.
Oh.
Alberto's twin brother.
Alberto, what's up, Alberto's twin? Where have you been?
He's the one that cuts hair.
Hey, he loves the pelo.
Yeah,
anyway.
So fun fact that I took him to go cut. I took my son to go get a haircut by him, bro. This guy that works at our job, that's his twin brother. I didn't know it was his twin brother, bro. I walked in, I was like, Alberto, did you cut hair too? And he's like, no, that's my brother. I was like, oh shit, y'all look just alike.
Look just alike. Dude.
Yeah, they're identical. Yeah.
He showed me a picture the other day of them like at graduation. I'm like, it's the same dude,
it's the
bro.
Same dude.
Just
they have
copy paste.
Everything's the same, bro. Even the way they talk is the same.
That's insane, bro. But he asked, what got you into making content?
What got me into making content, bro? I've always wanted to. Honestly, like since I was like in my 20s, bro, like early 20s, I've always wanted to do like YouTube and that. I mean, I would watch a shitload of YouTube videos, like the Casey Neistats. I don't know if you know him. Yeah. Like I watch every single episode of his, and I think he's the one that got me into like wanting to create content, because I was always like very shy around people and stuff like that, like in school. But then when I get to know you, like I'm chill. But I've always wanted to, and when I hit 30, bro, I was like, bro, if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do this shit.
Yeah.
And that's what started. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. And even my wife did it for a little bit as well. She has a little bit of a following, but I'm the one that pretty much runs it, and that's what got me into like editing and investing in the cameras and investing in mics. Like that's what got me into doing all that. So now I try to upload videos pretty much every day of just shit that you normally do. You know, you just sometimes I don't even. Sometimes the viral videos that go viral like are not even planned, bro. Like it's like a thought, and you're like, oh shit, yeah I'm gonna record.
Like heat of the moment kind of deal.
Right, exactly. Like today I went to do grocery shopping. I didn't have my camera, but I have my glasses that record. I just started recording.
Hey,
you know, so that will be like a shop with me video type shit. So you know, I think everything you can do, you just overthink a lot of stuff, and that's the thing that got me like just I don't know, like wanting to do social media. And because just think about it, once you start doing social media and do YouTube, that same YouTube's gonna keep making you money indefinitely once you get monetized.
Oh yeah.
So like you can post 100 videos, you get monetized, and every single month you're gonna be getting paid from those videos you made like a year, 2 years ago. So that's one of the, not only for money, but like I actually like it. I enjoy it. It's like a challenge, you know?
No, yeah, and especially just trying to find, like, navigate it, because it is a weird, like, the algorithm is kind of weird.
Right, exactly.
So just trying to find what works and kind of finding your niche and kind of getting your footing with how to really, like, make a living doing it.
Right.
Which is really, I mean, we're in phase 1 right now, just getting it started. I mean literally 1 week ago, me and Cesar, the video you see where we're meeting up at Velvet Taco and just talking, that was just a week ago.
Yeah.
And so we've gotten everything up and running really fast. We got the mic stands a week ago. I've had my MacBook Pro audio interface already, so
we try to use as much things that as we have already for our personal stuff, you know, and then eventually we will upgrade to better things, you know.
Well, like, you know, we just got all this new lighting in. I mean, within the past week, we've made some big moves already, honestly.
Yeah, and that's what I think, you know, a lot of people are scared to do, and everybody starts from zero. Like even the big YouTubers, the big podcasters, they have to start from day one. You know what I'm saying? Everybody starts from zero, and like Mr. Beast, he didn't get popping until he was like 300 videos in.
That's crazy. Just consistency.
Just consistent, and just keep doing it and keep grinding. And you know, you only need one. You only need one video to go off, and then you're set.
Well, I mean, you got to crawl before you walk, and you got to walk before you run. So
yeah, exactly.
It all starts somewhere.
Right. But yeah, what's the next question?
All right, question number 2 is, hold on, I just got it. All right. Arvisus Taqueria.
Arvisus.
So this is Omar. He's saying, are there certain topics that you won't talk about in this podcast?
I don't know. That's a question for both of us. I mean,
I don't really think so.
No?
Honestly.
I mean, anything's off. I mean, I'll probably say, like, maybe religion. I don't know, politics. A lot of people get butthurt over that shit, you know?
I wouldn't mind having, like, one day having a politician on, though. That'd be pretty sick. Just to talk.
I mean, yeah, we can, for sure.
I would say yes and no. I would say it depends on the guest.
Right.
So, like, once we have guests on, I would say if they're not comfortable talking about certain things, we're just not going to go there.
Right, exactly.
But in terms of me and him, I think we'll talk about anything and everything, honestly.
Right.
I mean, if it's something we're not knowledgeable about, we're not going to speak on it and sound like a dumbass.
Yeah, I think that's true.
So I would say it's a yes, no. So that's a situational one.
Yeah.
So question number 3. By the way, our Visus Taqueria will be there tomorrow night. Taco Tuesday at the Rabbit Hole.
At the Rabbit
Best
Hole.
place to go. We got El Julio cooking up with the crema, and we got Omar with the chicoloso. Shout out.
We'll put their IG right here so y'all can go follow them.
And then we have Joel C. He said, "Get off my valet section, LOL."
Yeah, that's Joel. He actually works in Eddie V's. So this morning I dropped off my wife at work, and I forgot to make that video. I wanted to do it last night, but it was like dark and stuff. So yeah, I just parked the car, and I was like, I'm gonna do it outside. So I just got out the car and I did it in the valet section.
That's funny as hell.
So I was like, you know, telling y'all to if y'all have any questions to put them in there and stuff. So
there we go, bro. There we go.
That's it.
So in 2 days, we're gonna have our very first guest on the podcast. It's going to be our friend who me and him have worked with.
Yeah.
I've known Jesse since my freshman year of high school, but this is Jesse Delgado.
Yup.
Great dude. He's a great bartender.
He is.
He's worked all over West 7th. When I started at OG, he was at Olive Garden for a little bit, but then he started working at West 7th and all those bars, and now he's at Donnie A's with your wife.
Now he's at Donnie A's. He's a bartender there, so stay tuned for that episode. That'll be the next episode. Today's Monday, Wednesday, and we'll probably post it the next day.
Yeah. So we're excited. He'll be guest numero uno.
Guest number 1.
I already know he probably has some wild stories. I've some wild stories with Jesse myself. I can't wait to talk about. But
heck yeah,
just being a bartender on 7th, you definitely see some shit. Let's be real.
Oh, definitely, for
you
sure.
Definitely see some ghetto chicks go at it.
Hey.
He's definitely seen the finger blast especial pop out in the club. He's probably engaged in it himself, knowing him. Hey yo, Jesse.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
You know, I wish that I had Jesse's girl. That's always the thing. When I think of Jesse, I think of that song. No Kizzy.
No cap.
All right, that was Cesar's episode of Two Guys, One Cast. That was the introductory life story of Cesar so far. If y'all have any other questions you want to ask him, send them here. If you have any questions you want us to talk about or even ask us individually, comment. We'll answer them, get them on the cast. And if you want to be a guest, if you feel like you got some shit to talk about or something you want to plug or just be on the cast, interesting life, send it to us, DM us, and we'll respond. We'll actually we'll also pin our Gmail in here. I'll get Cesar to do that.
Yeah, our email's always going to be in the description, or you can just DM us on our social media.
Yeah. If you can't tell, it's windy as absolute shit right
so
now.
Windy
our lights
today.
are just flying everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Like it just came out of nowhere. Luckily, this is the outro of the video, so if we would have started like this, I'd have been like, motherfucker.
Yeah, we would have to like move or something.
Yeah.
But it's the outro. So we're about to get out of here.
We'll see y'all next Tuesday when we shoot for our dog Jesse. We'll get him to make a video, ask questions.
Yeah.
We can post that soon. And we'll get it going, guys. This is Two Guys, One Cast, episode 3. We out of here.
Later. See you on the next one.
What it is, ho? What's up?